Hey, welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds. My name is Shane, and if you are a kit set customer of ours and you've got a kit set shed on the way, then this video is for you, because today I want to talk about what you should do when your kit set arrives. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you about is access. Now, in our introduction email to you, we would have asked you for photos of the accessways and the site. So if you've sent those through to us, thank you very much. That's awesome. If not, now is a great time to send those photos through to us. And what we do with those photos is we send them on to the freight company so that they can have a bit of a look at what we're dealing with. And if they think there's any sort of particular issues with the site and what they might have a bit of trouble with, then that just means we can identify them early and resolve anything prior to them arriving. Now, a couple of things that make good access is, as you can see here, we've got some nice gravel on the ground. It's really nice and firm. We've got a nice wide access way. If you've got like a muddy paddock, that might be a bit of an issue. So just seeing photos ahead of time can help any issues on delivery day. Okay, the second thing I want to talk to you about is where to place the material when it arrives. Now, the best way to think of it is beside the slab, not on it. You want to save the building pad to be able to build on. So you want to just put the stuff off to the side within about 2 meters, so you've got a clear working area around the slab. Now, you want to order it in a way that's where the stuff you're going to use first is the closest to the slab. So you want to put your C-sections first, and then your top hats, and then your other items like your cladding and your roofing and your gutters beyond that, just so that all the stuff you need first is right there, and you're not having to carry stuff over top of cladding, because that's the stuff that you're generally going to use towards the end of the build. If you're going to build nice and fast, I would say between about 4 to 8 weeks, all of this stuff will be fine outside, uncovered. But if you're going to take any longer than 2 months, then we would definitely recommend covering up at least your cladding and your roofing with a tarp, just to protect you from the rain. You don't want that sitting out for too long in the wet weather. Another couple of things, if you've got some roofing underlay or some wall wrap, you want to store that stuff out of direct sunlight, so put it away in your shed or your house or something like that. Now, it's a really good idea to check for any damage, but to do that you don't actually have to unpack everything to check for that damage. In fact, we'd rather you didn't unpack everything, because if you have some bad weather come through and you've cut your straps of your cladding and roofing, then that stuff could get blown around, which would be super dangerous. So it's best to try and keep things packaged up until you need those items. But there are some really good ways that you can identify damage while everything is still in its pack. And that's just by visually checking just for any edges, any dents that might be from a forklift. Top hats can be a nasty one, where a forklift has sort of scraped up the side and has sort of damaged all the edges. So you want to be able to just have a good walk around and try and see those things. Gutters can sort of get the odd crease in them, so it's probably worthy of trying to get those out and have a bit of a look. But cladding and roofing is another one. Check the edges, check that nothing's sort of hit the end, nothing sort of scraped up the side, all things that can be a bit of an issue when you come to build. So we want to give ourselves the most amount of time to rectify any of those issues if they arise. There are a couple of things that you actually can check to make sure you've got the right amount. One of those things is brackets. We would have supplied you with a bill of materials, so a list of all of the material in your shed, and there'd be a section in that bill of materials that just has brackets. So you can find that code of each of the items, match it with the sticker on each of these brackets, and just make sure that everything's there. Brackets are the thing that you'll need at the very start of the build, so you want to make sure you've got those before you even start your build. So let us know. It's very rare that there's any brackets missing, but it does happen from time to time, so make sure you pay a bit of attention to that. Another thing is fastenings. We send out fastenings via courier, so they would also come with a packing slip, so just check those items off. Those are the two things that you can easily check off prior to your build starting. Our suppliers usually give us quite a small window to report damage, usually about 7 days. So if you notice anything, please let us know straight away. Photos are always really good evidence, so take plenty of photos, send us an email and we'll get onto it and arrange those damaged replacements ASAP. But you want to get onto it straight away so that we can organise everything and get it back to you before you start your build. So that's a few quick tips for when your shed material arrives. It's obviously an exciting time. You've been waiting for your material for quite a few weeks now. So the wait's over. Enjoy the build process. The project management team are here to help you along the way throughout that build process. So let us know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.